Hey folks, it's Brent Dunstall, the Marcus Smart here again. Welcome to another episode. Last one was about 30 seconds ago, but here's episode 2, and in this episode we're going to do a little bit of news, and then we're going to get to the Money in the Bank preview for tonight. This is one of WWE's premier events of the year. It's going to really set storylines to come. It's going to be a little interesting, definitely with the brand split coming, how Money in the Bank is going to influence the storylines. But first we'll start with news. The big news so far this week, Jerry Lawler has been suspended indefinitely from WWE on charges of domestic violence. I've read different reports from Lawler, from his wife, from his ex-wife, from Jim Ross. I've read everything that everybody's had to say about this issue, and I just don't know. Hopefully in the days to come we'll get some clarification. It sounds like a total mess. If you haven't read, there was some drinking involved maybe on his wife's part. I don't want to get into all the messy details. And then maybe he put his hands on her to restrain her, to stop her from drinking, or maybe he went too far. According to her, there's different sides of it going back and forth. Anyways, it's a messy situation. It's not great for Jerry Lawler. It's not great for his spouse. These situations are not great for anyone. So hopefully this all gets cleared up as soon as possible, and hopefully Jerry didn't do anything he shouldn't have, because that would be unfortunate for everyone. The only thing it's not unfortunate for, the only people it's not unfortunate for is us, because this leaves a major spot in SmackDown, and I'm hoping and I'm praying and I'm begging WWE does the right thing and put Corey Graves in. Corey Graves is ready. Jerry Lawler's role on SmackDown is the heel color commentator, and as much as he tries, he's lost it. He can't be a heel. He's been heel and face, and now he's doing this heel face thing. But I'm telling you, Corey Graves is like old school Jesse Ventura heel commentator, and I love it. This guy is golden. Please, WWE, give Corey Graves the ball and let him run with it. Next story, Candace LeRae. You may not know her. She wrestles on the indie scene. Big injury for her down in Florida. Came in overnight, the news. And so, not really sure what's happening yet. There was reports of a lot of blood, but that she was moving and talking afterwards. Hopefully, Candace LeRae is fine. She is one of my favorite indie wrestlers, so hopefully this is not a major setback for her. If you don't know her, check her out, Candace LeRae. She is amazing. Next thing, returns and debuts. We have a lot of folks out there, a lot of news going around about Bray Wyatt, Randy Orton coming back for injury. We've had the photos of Bray Wyatt in the gym looking ripped, ready to come back. We've had Bobby Roode rumors everywhere. He's wrestled on the UK tour yet. Still hasn't made a debut in NXT. Lots of cool things happening there. Hopefully we get that just kind of rolled into the brand extension, because there could be a lot of good debuts and stuff coming back with that. So hopefully that's what we see. I think that would be great. Some surprises during a draft or something with these guys. Also, the confirmed returns and debuts, we have crazy rumors running rampant. Kurt Angle, Bill Goldberg, Jeff Hardy, Carlito. You name a guy who used to work for WWE, and there's a rumor right now that he's coming back. So the word on the street is WWE is contacting everyone and anyone for this brand split. We'll see how it all rolls out. We've had a lot of promises of big surprises in the past, and they've not panned out. So I'm waiting, but I'm trepidatious. Last but not least, Xango. Some news on Xango. They've been doing a lot of skits on WWE.com. They've been doing some tanning skits, and we had an edition of Shooting the Breeze with Tyler Breeze talking about Xango. I personally, I'm loving this team. I'm glad they're getting their own time to do their own thing, away from Goldust, away from R-Truth. Let these two work together. I think Tyler Breeze and Fandango are both excellent. They work together. They got great chemistry. They're funny. I want to see more of this. I want to see where this is going to go. And you know what? This is the perfect segue to lead us to our Money in the Bank preview, because that is actually our kickoff match for Money in the Bank. Xango versus the Golden Truth. And I'm going to go through and preview all the matches and give you kind of what I think of where they're going to go. So Xango, I am hoping, and hopefully what I said before makes this obvious, I'm hoping Xango goes over the Golden Truth. For me, I tried to be patient with the Golden Truth angle. I let it play out a while. It's been way too long now, but I think Xango could be the silver lining that comes out of this Golden Truth angle. I think Xango, it could be a great team, but this angle needs to end. They need to get away from the Golden Truth. They need to start facing actual teams in the tag team division, and let's see what these two guys can do, because Tyler Breeze is talented, Fandango's talented. Let's see what happens. But first, they got to beat the Golden Truth. They got to beat the Golden Truth. Second match on our kickoff show, Lucha Dragons versus the Dudley Boys. I almost said over the Dudley Boys. I gave it away. I don't see the benefit of having the Dudley Boys beat the Lucha Dragons right now. Like, Kalisto's been hot, and even Sin Cara's been hot. These two guys are great. They're even great. I think they're better together. I love seeing these guys. The Dudleys have just seemed lost in the tag division right now, so I say Lucha Dragons over the Dudleys. And that's our kickoff show. So, and then we go on to the main show, so we say goodbye to Renee Young, which we'll miss you, Renee. We love seeing you on the kickoff show. And our first match is going to be Sheamus versus Apollo Crews on the main show. This is a weird one for me. I love Apollo Crews. I think he's got a lot of potential. He's not quite there yet, but this guy, man, he's got a lot going for him. The only problem is he's being booked kind of soft for me, and he hasn't really had that impact yet. So I'm going to actually say, and this is going to be confusing, Sheamus over Apollo Crews, which goes against everything I just said. But I think this Sheamus versus Apollo Crews could be a good storyline, a good angle for him. But I feel like Sheamus has got to get the win. He was Money in the Bank this year. He's been world champion this year. I don't think having Apollo Crews going over on him on his first match makes any bloody sense. So I think Sheamus has to go over Apollo Crews. And then we can get the return matches. Then we can get Apollo Crews scrapping and fighting back and trying to get revenge on Sheamus. We can get a story in there. But for tonight, Sheamus wins. Baron Corbin versus Dolph Ziggler. This is Baron Corbin's storyline coming right off of winning the Andre and the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania when nobody even knew he was supposed to be in this thing. He comes in, he wins, he's so hot coming off of this, he's got his big trophy with him, and he gets bogged down in this angle. I'm so happy this at least got bumped to the main show, and it's still not like pre-show, but something has to happen. Baron Corbin has to definitively beat Dolph Ziggler. Baron Corbin has a chance to be huge, but he's got to get pushed huge. He can't come off this win at WrestleMania and then die. And just die stagnating in a feud with Dolph Ziggler. I don't want to see that. So tonight, Baron Corbin over Dolph Ziggler. In the women's division, we have Natalya versus Becky Lynch. Or no, Natalya and Becky Lynch, pardon me, versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke. I'm not like a fan of this. I think there's only one title in the women's division. And I think I want women's title matches on the pay-per-view. And if you want to do these tag matches because you need to fit more women in the card, because this is the only women's match on this whole bloody card. So much for the Divas Revolution. Not quite in full swing yet, we see. But I don't know. I would rather see Charlotte face the title. I know they're just trying to find new inventive ways to carry on this Natalya feud. And so we got Becky Lynch thrown in there. We got Dana Brooke thrown in there. And we're trying to make it something fresh and interesting. But to me, it just still feels like what we've seen before. So I'm going to go Natalya and Lynch over Charlotte and Dana just because I feel like they want to keep this going for a little longer. But either way, I hope this ends. I hope Sasha Banks comes in and we get some good feuds. I'm not Sasha Banks crazy. I don't want Sasha Banks during every women's match. But, you know, if she's ready to come back, I think it's time for her to come back and step up. And other women to step up. This schmoz kind of thrown together thing, not a fan. All right, U.S. title match. Rusev versus Titus ONeil. I was actually seeing on Facebook today, Titus ONeil's got a lot of fans behind him. He posted a video of him going into the Money in the Bank, and a lot of people on there supporting Titus. I don't really get it. I like Titus. I don't understand his character. He's had this angle with Stardust, and now he's kind of like jumped in with Rusev. I get it. He doesn't like him picking on the little guy or whatever, but I'm not feeling the character. Where Rusev, I get Rusev's character. He's back with Lana now, which is where he needs to be. I understand what this dude is about. This is one badass dude, and he is here to mess people up. I love it. I get this character. I want him to keep the title. We need strong heels. Rusev is a strong heel. He got decimated last year with the Dolph Ziggler storyline and everything, which is insane. He was so strong coming off of his feud with John Cena. We had all this mess. Blah. Rusev over Titus O'Neil. Keep Rusev strong. Keep him going. Love it. We need big heels. Tag team titles. New Day. Gallows and Anderson. Enzo and Cass and Vaudevillains. This is a big, huge four-way match. Lots of guys thrown in there. Lots of interesting storylines with like New Day and Gallows and Anderson. And you got the Enzo and Cass. They really tried to like connect this all together. I think this is going to be a phenomenal match. I'm going to have to give it to New Day because I don't think anybody's made better by getting the titles right now. Gallows and Anderson, they've got all sorts of stuff going on as part of the club. I don't think putting the titles on them matters. And Enzo and Cass or Vaudevillains, I think they're both a little too soon for that for me. And they've been talking a lot about Brian Kendrick and his partner, which I've totally like mind blanked on. And they're the longest running tag team champions. They keep mentioning it, and I have a feeling they want the New Day to beat that streak, and hopefully that happens, and then we can find an appropriate team to take the titles from them. But right now they're so white hot. Let's just keep the titles on New Day and keep it rolling. That's what I think. Then we get to one of our big matches of the night, the Money in the Bank match. We have Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, Dean Ambrose, Sami Zayn, Alberto Del Rio, and Cesaro. I love this match. The Money in the Bank match last year was like playing roulette for me. Like, it was like if these guys win, great. If these guys win, terrible. The whole match I was like, oh no, please let someone good win. This match I love. I love this match. We have so many great people in here. Almost anybody could win for me. Sorry Jericho, but not Jericho. I just don't see the point in putting the Money in the Bank briefcase in his hands. Any of these other guys, though, amazing. Cesaro, love him. Del Rio, love him. Ambrose, love him. Zayn, love him. Owens, love him. The whole thing. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I don't care who wins. But I got to pick someone, so I'm going to go with Kevin Owens. Again, the same thing as Rusev. I don't see the big heels. Yes, we got Rollins back, but we need more than Seth Rollins as a heel. And Owens is a freaking awesome heel. And him with the Money in the Bank briefcase, he is going to be insufferable. He's going to be so pompous and smug. He's going to just do great promos with that briefcase. So it'll be magic. I want Owens to win. But there's been lots of talk about the Ambrose with the, whole Shield thing. That would be cool. I'll go with it. I'll run with it. Like I said, I love this match. I love any outcome. And then second last match, we got Cena versus Styles. I would love to say Styles is going to win, but I don't understand the way Styles is being booked. Like, he was booked to lose at WrestleMania. He was booked to lose to Roman Reigns twice on pay-per-view. Like, this guy, for someone who made such an impact, man, nobody's lost more pay-per-view matches in a row after making such an impact. Tonight, I predict more of the same. Cena over Styles. I just think wherever they're going to go with this feud, it works better if Cena wins now, and then we see where it goes. But who knows? I would love to see Styles win. Let's see if that happens. That would be great. World title, final match of the night, the one I know all of you have been waiting for. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I would love to say Seth Rollins is going to win, but I don't think so. Unfortunately, I think Roman Reigns is going to hold this title. I'm not a Roman Reigns hater, but it's hard to watch, even if you like Roman Reigns, when so many people hate Roman Reigns. The whole show seems off. So for me, it's not even whether you like Roman or whether you don't. It's whether Roman is working right now, and it's not working. But I just don't see them. This is his first run of any kind of like length. He's come off 2 wins over AJ. Rollins is just coming back. If he takes the title off of Roman's, after never having lost it, it just basically erases everything Roman's accomplished. And maybe they want to do that, but I don't think so. So I'm going to go with Roman Reigns over Seth Rollins. Well, that's it. That is my Money in the Bank preview. That's my news for the day. And this has been episode 2 of the Marcus Smart. Once again, I'm Brent Dunstall. You can follow me at, I don't have a Twitter handle yet, or follow me on my Facebook at, no idea, don't have Facebook, but you can catch me on Instagram. No, you can't. I don't have that either. Hopefully when the social media's up working, but they're not today. So that's episode 2. Have a great day, everybody.